Welcome to the Delco Nerd Network Hot Takes. What is a hot take, you may ask? Well, it's where we sit down in a basement with a few friends, give our thoughts, give opinion about a movie, game, or TV show. Today, it's going to be a movie, and that movie is Infinity War. Here to review Infinity War with me, co-host Chris Trio, and guests Alex Barbera, Billy Zogradfidis, back again for 2 in a row.
We're here.
Good to be back.
And so, this is going to be super spoiler-ridden. So, we're going to give a quick one-sentence blurb about Infinity War, how we liked it.
Non-spoiler.
And then we're going right into it. So if you haven't seen the movie,
honestly, just
you
leave
should
now.
not
just
be
leave
watching
now.
this.
Yeah.
It's hard to talk about this movie without spoilers. But, Alex, you want to go first? We'll go down the row.
Movie The Generation.
There you go.
I don't even follow that. What the fuck? Go see this movie immediately if you haven't. I do think that it helps to go in with some background knowledge of like the key Marvel movies, but overall, go check it out. It's 100% worth your time.
It was perfect. 10 years culmination into one film. It was awesome.
It was really good.
That's the best one. Cut it off there. We're done with the podcast.
All right.
Thank you all for joining us.
Entering spoiler territory.
Spoiler. It's happening now.
Where do we even want to fucking start?
That's the thing. I think we
start
start
with
with
the
the beginning
beginning.
scene.
All right.
Yeah. You have
So-
2 deaths.
Heimdall, Loki, right off the bat, just like I wanted to see it.
Yeah, and
Yes.
I do think that
Prediction right.
at least to me, no surprise. Because, like, Loki had to finally get his actual comeuppance after a while. And it was so perfect the way it all
That was gruesome.
worked
dude.
out. Dude, the way
Eyeballs were popping out of his head.
Yeah, so he
Yes.
gets choked out.
Very
Does he
nice.
crack? Yeah, he cracks his neck, I think, towards the end.
I don't think he'd know. He just
He's
literally
holding
he
him. I think
he
asphyxiates
just
him. He
crushes
literally
him,
just...
too.
Yeah, you know, he
yeah.
must just crushes his throat. Yeah.
Where are Valkyrie and Korg?
I assume they got the other half of the things that he didn't kill, or Asgardians that he didn't kill off the ship.
I guess we'll see because
But,
that part is kind of weird.
mention it, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
Kinda
it's
just like shoehorn them out.
well, it's like, where are you
We'll
going to
see.
just mix in that line of like, oh, well, these Valkyrie guys, I guess they could have done something like that. I get what you're saying, like a little exposition.
Yeah.
I really like Valkyrie.
And what about
as a
Meek?
character, And Korg is
He's-
hilarious. And Meek.
The most key character out of Thor Ragnarok, Meek.
Did you guys notice how they set the tone right away with the movie, though?
Totally.
When Thanos just manhandled Thor?
And Hulk.
Hulk. I mean, Hulk. Mostly Hulk.
I love
like,
that part.
You have, like, the most powerful person, or
Avenger.
Avenger.
Yeah.
And Thanos manhandles him like it's
But
not
the
nothing.
way he
within the first couple
manhandled him
minutes.
with one jab.
Like he,
Yeah.
well, he's like martial artsing him. Like he's like jab,
Oh,
fucking
I know.
pressure point, and then
Yeah.
he's just down, and you're like, oh, we can't. Fuck
His
with
base
this guy.
power level
like
through the roof.
Yeah.
and he's over
Like
9,000.
I think that set the tone for me at least right away when I was like, okay, shit,
Dude,
Like,
and his I love the monologue that they used for the trailer is the first line of the movie when he's like, "You'll run from it, you'll fear it," or that whole thing. Brolin, man, killed it.
best Marvel villain.
I think so.
Oh, 100%.
I
100%.
really do.
No contest.
Killmonger was good though.
yeah.
Oh, 100. I think.
Like-
I still
I don't think they-
Vulture was better, but that's a whole other podcast.
Then Killmonger?
Than Killmonger.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, I thought you were
No,
saying
not than Thanos. No,
So I was like, what?
Yeah, guys, come on.
So one thing with Hulk in this film, which I thought was kind of like cop-out-ish. I mean, like I don't really mind it, but once you look at it, like he's only Hulk in that first scene, and you don't see him as Hulk for the rest
Dude,
of the
but
movie.
I personally like
It's some character
I got to
development.
show that Bruce Banner is badass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
He beat the shit out of what's his face with
The Hulkbuster.
no, yeah.
Yeah,
Cole
I
Obsidian.
can't remember his name. Yeah, the guy who doesn't speak at all. The
Yeah.
big, their Hulk.
Yeah.
What would
That
be
was good.
interesting?
No, that was. But
Like-
I think with that, I just think it was a good ploy to like show Hulk is fucking freaked out.
That's
now.
why I think he's not coming out.
Exactly.
'cause
No, that's
he
what it
got
is.
beat.
He's like, I am not gonna go up against this dude again. He shit the bed on me. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't do a thing, and I
Yeah.
think it worked. Like I agree with Alex on that one. I really
Yeah.
do.
With Thor, we kind of see a lot of Ragnarok Thor, but also like serious Thor. I think they like
I think it's
melded
very
those
Ragnarok
two
Thor.
It was
together.
Ragnarok Thor, but he was like, you could tell he was broken because he had just lost his brother too. So he
And
had,
his
like,
dad.
that-
He was
And he
trying
killed
to
his
keep.
sister.
Yeah.
Like,
My only problem with that was Thor, like at the end of Ragnarok, was this huge badass, was like summoning lightning bolts and stuff, and then his first fight against Thanos, he was kind of like nerfed into nothing.
Well,
I think it
Until
had
he
to do
got
with the
the hammer
Infinity
back,
Stones more
or
than
the
anything,
axe
though.
back.
yeah.
Well, he used
I
the
know,
power
he
stone.
didn't use the lightning at all in that fight.
But we don't even see the fight, though, is the thing. Remember,
Which
you
is
just...
also something I kind of wish you did.
I
Yeah,
see.
we
I
come
actually,
in
I
it
like
and the
that
ship's destroyed.
I like that we come
And the
into
Mayday
aftermath.
signal.
It makes sense that they couldn't though, because it's just too much stuff to fit in one film.
That
Yeah.
and
and they also like the Nova Corps. They completely just like that
told
was,
us that Xandar was destroyed.
Was just-
you
yeah,
know,
and
like
you think
we
that
thought.
like Xandar would call the Guardians of the Galaxy, wouldn't you?
well, like
Yeah.
like you'd think that the Guardians would know
because
about
they
that
get
somehow.
they
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
Asgardian ship distress call,
Yeah,
not
so that was
the,
a
like,
little wonky, but I mean, like, there's nothing else they could have done. They
No,
had
I
lots
agree.
of stuff to fit in this
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I just took it as like Thanos came in with the Power Stone, wrecked shop on
Yeah.
all of them, took down Thor
How did he get the Power Stone?
from Zendar.
Xandar. He just
Remember,
destroys it.
he-
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
But that whole scene I thought was super. Just you're right, Bill. It set the whole tone for the movie when Heimdall throws Thor just out into the Bifrost.
no,
that was
Loki.
awesome.
I mean,
Or no,
Hulk.
sorry, Hulk. I apologize. Yeah. That was really good. The whole it did a great job.
yeah,
Set
and
up
it
the
killed
movie.
two huge. I mean, Heimdall's not that big of a character, but he's been
Big
around
enough,
since
yeah.
Thor 1,
Right.
you know, and he's gone.
And they
Loki's
need
gone.
to do that also. There wasn't
Totally.
too many faces on screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And those were the lowest guys on the totem pole.
And then we
obviously.
get to, you know, Doctor Strange and Poe are going to go get some sandwiches. And
He's gonna buy him a
comes through the
metaphysical
sanctum-
sandwich.
through the Sanctum Sanctorum. And then we get our encounter with Iron Man, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Hulk
And
is
every-
there
yeah,
for a little bit with the Black Order once they come to Earth.
I love how it just like right away it just
Yeah,
started.
everything
Like,
just-
it just went.
And Strange was
and it
immediately
it
like, all right, I'm
stayed
gonna go
full
talk to Tony.
speed,
Yeah.
like the whole time.
And
really
and
do
that's
half
and that's
hours.
because hey, if you're watching this movie, you've seen other Marvel movies. We don't need to explain anything.
Yeah.
You know.
You need to see the other movies.
Yeah, it's like somebody was talking to me. And he's like, "What movies do I need to see?" I'm like, "You don't really need to
Think
watch
you need
Ant-Man,
7 out of
but
the
like
19
everything else, I'm like,
you
you
probably
need
need
to
to see.
fucking
Black
watch."
Panther, you don't need
No.
to see.
I think,
it
like-
helps. It helps like paint
But
the
like,
picture and set the tone for,
this movie
Wakanda,
is a
but-
culmination of everything.
Yeah.
I feel like you're
I'm
just
saying,
doing a
like,
disservice.
I know like my dad and then like a few other older people that didn't get a chance to go see Black Panther because it's like still in theaters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I told my dad, I was like, you should probably see Black Panther.
But
don't
you'll be
need
okay.
to see it. Like,
Yeah.
you'll be okay.
And that's the thing. Like I said, I think there's like out of all 18 or not 17.
There's
Marvel
18,
movies,
including Infinity War.
so 17 Marvel movies. I think you got to see about 7 of them to really fully, I think, enjoy the entirety of the movie, just for every.
You
little
need to see
aspect.
whatever one has a Infinity Stone to understand what that.
yeah,
stone
like
does.
Bar
you,
Thor
you,
2.
you need to watch
Right.
all of both Guardians movies. They're super relevant.
Even like Thor 2, like I didn't know what the ether was doing.
No.
Like you
No,
didn't realize
they
it was like the
don't- they don't
reality
show
It's
you
thing.
the
like,
reality stone.
he's
right?
just got this red dust flying around everywhere, and he's like, I'm gonna throw
And
it all over the
Natalie
universe.
Portman's got some red dust in
Yeah.
her, and like that's it.
But-
no, you really don't.
Yeah.
You do not see
You're just
the
like, oh,
reality
it's just
gem
this
for
thing.
what it is.
And
Yeah.
I mean, I do like how it's like ever flowing, like the idea that it's the reality, but that's a whole.
But yeah, Black Order. We see it a few times during the movie, and I think one of the only weakness of this movie, I think the Black Order's kind of throwaway. They don't even like name them,
I think-
except for I
yeah.
think Thanos calls Ebony Maw or
Yeah, he's like, is the
Well,
Maw dead?
Yeah.
Ebony Maw was a great character.
Yeah,
I
he
think
was
he was
cool.
They
yeah.
made him pretty big, but I mean, I
But they
agree.
got rid of him so fast.
Yeah.
They got rid of all of
The
them
Black
relatively
Order is
quick.
like such a
They were the boss to
lot
kill
of
the
him.
times,
henchmen.
a lot of times, like secondhand villains aren't really given a good treatment.
Yeah.
I feel like if you were ever gonna do that to a group, I feel like they should have done it with this one. Like for instance, in the comic books, I'm blanking on their names right now.
Yeah.
The girl,
Proxima Midnight.
Proxima Midnight, and
Corvus Glaive.
Corvus Glaive are married.
You mean Garrett?
Are married,
Garrett the Thief?
Yeah.
which like kind of humanizes them a little
Yeah.
bit. Which
Yeah.
I think they could have done in the movie. I mean, I think
They're
they
powerful.
Were, I think
They
they
are.
were together in the movie though.
I like
Yeah, I
the
don't
design.
know.
When he got,
yeah.
like, he
They
got
are
wounded
together.
and-
You're right.
They're
When
probably
when
grouped
they were
together to take
fighting
down.
Vision, they were together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like they could have like, I don't know, they could have done a little bit more with them.
I
They
agree.
were good though.
But that's the thing. I think they were there to be cannon fodder. Like they were the villains that they could kill this movie and leave Thanos alone.
And
You know what I mean?
I
Or
think,
not even leave him alone.
I
but
think
you know
I had
what
a prediction that I think not that the entire Black Order would die, but like one of them would be alive and like they all are dead at the end of the
Yeah.
movie.
A lot of people didn't like Proxima. Like I thought the look of all of them was really cool.
They
Oh,
just
yeah,
yeah,
really
they
Like,
just
were visually appealing.
they didn't have any character progression. They were just there.
The big
for
their Hulk didn't
Cannon
talk
fodder.
once. I don't think so.
They're Hulk.
Yeah.
Cole Obsidian, who I
but-
totally forgot during the movie. I was like, who the what the fuck is this?
I kinda-
Ebony Maw was
Yeah, he was.
Badass.
Yeah,
I
he
didn't
got some
expect his
decent
voice. Like I don't know. He totally threw me off in a good way. I don't know what it
messing
was.
people up, dude.
Yeah, dude.
And he's a sorcerer, I guess, like Doctor Strange, right? Or is it?
Or like
I would
telekinetic or
imagine it's
something
different.
like that.
Yeah,
It's not like sorcery like Doctor Strange, but he definitely like parallels him.
Speaking of the sorcery for Doctor Strange, I loved seeing some different magic.
Yeah.
Like you see him like when they're like lacing up Thanos and he
bands.
like the bands and like he's doing and then he like breaks open the mirror dimension and there's 20 of them.
That was
and
that
Yeah.
was one of the coolest parts. Of the
Yeah.
movie.
I was like,
this is
holy
fucking
shit.
awesome. This is and I thoroughly enjoyed the Doctor Strange movie, but like I wanted to see more of this stuff and they got to.
I've been reading obviously like Easter egg threads and stuff on
Totally.
the internet,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I heard one really cool thing they did was a cool little detail. When he separated in a bunch of those fake guys, if you look closely at Thanos, the soul gem starts shining, which means that Thanos uses the soul gem to find out which one's real.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's
no,
cool.
that's good.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I think
good little
I read that
attention to detail
too.
right there.
Now that I think about it.
I love the interactions between Stark and Strange too.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
I don't know,
hilarious.
I just
Yeah,
thought they were
yeah.
really good. They were playing off each other well.
They
I
and they
liked how
both get a lot of screen time.
Totally.
Yeah.
I liked the way everyone was subgrouped a lot.
Yeah,
I
the
thought they
groups were
meshed
good.
super well.
Yeah. Thor and the
Yeah, the
Guardians.
groups were definitely well thought out.
Thor and the Guardians were good, and it's funny. The group that I liked the most, which was like Cap and like Black Widow, we really don't
Yeah, you don't
see
see
them
them.
at all.
And I think
Probably just because they're on Earth doing nothing relevant to the plot before
and I
Wakanda.
really think the next Avengers is where the main original team is going to shine the most. Maybe
Well, that's
bar
all, I
Tony.
think that's all we're gonna see until the end.
Yeah.
I heard that the director said that whoever didn't have a lot of screen time in this movie is going to have a lot of screen
Which
time.
makes
in the
sense, and
Totally,
we
yeah.
know there's flashbacks in the next movie. I mean, we're not talking about the end just yet, but there are like Chris Evans was spotted on set in his Avengers 1 outfit,
Yeah.
so there's clearly a flashback of
Yeah.
some sort.
Because Winter Soldier didn't have a lot of screen time at all.
Neither did Chris Evans. He
Yeah.
barely
No,
said.
I mean, we see
much.
like Cap comes
I
in
am
that
Steve
one
Rogers.
scene.
Guys, Black Panther did not have screen time.
No, he didn't.
He was
And
in like 4 or 5 scenes maybe.
Yeah,
the I am Steve Rogers scene.
it was so fun.
I am Groot. I am Steve Rogers. The way he delivered it
Yeah.
was just the best thing I've ever
Yeah.
seen in my life.
Because
I
that's
don't
the
know
thing,
why.
he doesn't know that.
No,
Groot
exactly.
doesn't know anything.
He just thinks he's
That's the best
introducing
part.
himself.
Oh, real quick about Groot. I hated how they drug out the fact that he was playing a video game the whole time.
I thought
during
that
the
worked.
movie. No, I don't know. He was just doing it too much, and I'm like, he's still playing this fucking game. Like, this is not funny.
He's
Like,
the angsty child.
That's
I don't
what
know.
we all do though.
Yeah.
Like
Play
imagine
video-
when we were younger and our parents would be like, "Get off the game." We'd be like, "Oh yeah, yeah."
Like, we're
yeah."
just
And
doing
then
nothing.
you're
This is
like,
boring.
"No way."
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Groot axe handles was cool.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
when they
one
forged-
another thing when
And
they
the Dink showing up.
Why didn't he
Second-
have the handle?
I knew
Second
that. I
best
called that.
cameo.
That was one of my predictions, but I didn't write it down. I thought he was going to be the dwarf.
The
that forged
Dink,
it.
King of the Dwarves.
That's
Um,
kind of funny that he's a dwarf.
But yeah,
oh, I mean, who else
I
are you
was
gonna have to
cracking
play a
up.
dwarf?
But he's
This
a
is
giant.
kind of
dwarf.
messed up.
It's kind of funny. He's
But,
just
like,
like
yeah.
huge.
He's a giant dwarf.
I
Like,
do.
It's pretty funny.
When they introduce the Guardians, though, I love. They just cut to the galaxy and it just says space,
Yeah.
and then they're just going in
Dude,
to
and
find
remember Batman when it came on, dude? It was such a good like transition.
it's so-
into,
and they're
like,
all singing. Yeah,
Oh, so
They're
I
like,
read
oh,
an
we're in the
Easter
Guardians
egg
portion. Yeah.
That's one of the songs on the Zune.
Oh, that makes.
Yeah,
The Zune.
But
what's his
how
name?
about when they have
Fraggling
Thor
Gibson.
laying down and like they're like talking about his muscles
it's
and Star Lord's like, "All right, guys, it's fine. I'll go get a Bowflex." Is that
Yeah,
what you
he's
want?"
like, all right, I'll
He's like,
commit.
I'll
Yeah.
grab some free weights and then like
one burger away from being fat.
what was it? Was it Rock? He's like, you can't eat free
free
weights, right?
It's so good because
It
he's
was
all in his
so
own head, and then
good.
when he starts talking to him he's like
Yeah.
in the accent,
Yeah.
it's
The jokes in
amazing.
this movie were probably the funniest.
They
of
were-
any of them.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like
Except
it
for
was
Ant-Man.
very like
Ant-Man had the best comedy, I think.
The serious jokes,
Yeah. He
I mean,
wasn't
the
there?
serious scenes like
Huh?
work
'Cause he wasn't
seriously.
there?
Yeah,
No,
And then
I'm
there's
saying
jokes
like
in
My
the-
in the
favorite was,
Ant-Man movie.
Oh,
I
I
think
was like,
Ant-Man and Guardians one are the two funniest.
totally. I agree with
one.
And then
that. Thor.
Ragnarok's
I don't know,
like
man. Thor
close
might
third.
beat one of them, but
Michael Pena and Ant-Man
was hilarious.
is the funniest thing in any
No, it
Marvel
is.
movie. When he's telling stories,
It's so-
I just
It was
lose
so
my
funny,
shit.
Tony Stark, you're embarrassing me in front of the wizard.
oh, that was
Wizard,
That's the wizard I was talking about, kid. Go get him. And then, like this.
That whole scene was great.
I think the comedy was not too much, and it was in appropriate spots.
Exactly.
One thing, like I know as soon as Tony sees Ebony Maw, he calls him Squidward, which
That
is funny.
was so
was
good.
Because he
funny.
looks like he kind of
Alright,
looks like Squidward.
Squidward.
And like, but there's not too many jokes just like thrown at Thanos when he's like monologuing.
Yeah, I was
Like,
curious
they-
to see
they
how you
take
felt
him
about it, 'cause I know
seriously.
that you didn't like Ragnarok because you thought it was too.
I
Hard.
second time I actually liked it more than I thought. But like
It was Total Revolution.
Spider-Man: Homecoming, I felt like the jokes were just like endless for some reason.
That's
Second viewing, and I was just like,
Teenager though.
he's a
yeah, I don't know,
Spider-Man.
I don't know, I don't know.
Hey,
But
that's another podcast.
the humor
again.
wasn't too much. It was in the appropriate places, and it,
Korg and Ragnarok. I didn't print enough flyers.
I didn't put it, and
no
my
one showed up.
no one
and
showed
my
up.
mom and her boyfriend showed up, and I hate him. I hate him so much.
You seem to have a pretty intimate relationship with this hammer.
You know, but losing it is almost akin to losing a loved one. It's so
You
good.
pulled your hammer? Wait, the
Don't
hammer
you hammer
pulled
pulled
you
you
off?
off?
Is Taika
It's so
Waititi
good.
South African or
No, he's Australian.
Australian.
Or
He's
New
Australian?
Zealand. I thought New
Yeah.
Zealand.
yeah? Because I've heard him talk. I mean, he sounds pretty much Corey.
When they're
that's so
complaining
good.
about
Exactly
how
right.
they're like, yeah, so we filmed it in Australia, so Chris Hemsworth would be close to home, while everyone else in the cast was hundreds of thousands. Like, it was so funny.
All right. Well, back to Infinity
yeah,
War.
oh, yeah. It's just all these Marvel.
There's so many good stuff. And one thing, the pairing I liked a lot too was Thor and Rocket. A lot. I really like the scene of him like Rocket going, all right, time to be the captain, and he talks to him, and that's where I thought like his Ragnarok thing kind of showed through. He's like, yeah. I mean, my mom died, my dad died, I killed my sister, but you know, it's fine. We're gonna be fine. Everything's good.
I
Everything.
feel really bad for Rocket, man, because he goes on that whole entire thing about saying like he's like I have nothing to lose, and he said I have everything to lose, and everyone's dead. Everyone's
Yeah.
dead,
That's so
dude.
fucking
All of his
true.
friends are dead. They're all gone.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so fucking good.
He's gonna be messed up.
That's a really good
I
point.
like so going back to Thor. Like one thing I thought was cool was like they made him real, and he wasn't just cracking jokes, but you could tell like even Rocket like confronts him about it, and he's like, you sure you're all right? And he's
Some
like,
of the best stuff.
and then
out
he
of
and then he
Hemsworth,
tells
really.
him, and he's like, yeah, you know, my brother just died,
Yeah,
and my
all
dad
that
just
stuff.
died.
But you can
and my
tell
sister just
he's
died.
not all right because
No,
like,
exactly.
he's
when
not.
he goes to
100%.
forge the weapon, he like knows that like he could die, but he's
It's like, I
willing
just
to
gotta
risk
do
it
it.
because he wants to get like revenge.
Does he give the "That's what heroes do" line in this? No, he doesn't.
No,
No.
But that whole scene of him forging the axe was really cool. Or is it a hammer? I guess still. I guess it's a hammer. Stormbreaker.
it's an axe
It's an
hammer.
axe
It's
hammer.
an axe hammer.
Yeah, it's-
Dude, that
well,
thing.
it
Looks,
breaks
and then when he
storms.
goes, he's like, "Yeah, in theory,
Yeah.
it could summon the Bifrost as well." And I'm like, "Fuck, yes, it
Well,
can. Let's
yeah,
go."
But like the time between it, like he made the weapon. They're talking about summoning the Bifrost, and then the Thanos battle is happening, and you feel like it's like another like half hour in between, and he finally shows
Well,
up.
yeah, I think the idea was that was happening
Yeah,
what
I
is
think
what
the
is the
time-
what is the
I don't
word? They're
think it was
happening
all,
at the same time. So you go to this is happening. You cut back to Thor. Thor's stuff was happening while that was happening. Does that make any sense?
I get it,
And
but
Bruce
it's just-
Banner too during the battle when Thor shows up, he's like, "Haha, you guys are screwed."
I wanted to hear it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
one
I
more
agree with
time,
that.
but
No.
I know. But when he comes in, starts wrecking shop, him with the hammer was just really cool stuff.
And he just
it was
goes
definitely
straight
different.
for Thanos' chest, and you're
Well,
like,
no,
oh,
that's
shit.
I thought that was a little bit late. That's once he shows up and they're about to kill, like, because
That was right before the
Thanos
snap.
wasn't there yet. He was,
That was
with
right before the snap that he gets the hammer in the chest.
Yeah, that's
he was on the
He
he
snaps
was on
while he has the
Titan.
hammer in his chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like you think,
So
oh
the
my
whole
god, like
Vision
maybe.
stuff is where,
Yeah, Vision's already dead, right?
I kind of like Thanos' line where he's like, "You should have went for the head," because it shuts up all the people that are gonna say, "Why didn't you just go for the head?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like nothing. He's just trying to get. When he pushes that,
Did he say
there was
head
one-
or hand?
He's like, I thought he said head.
I thought he said hand.
No,
either
head.
one would have
No.
done.
Even
Yeah,
the arm,
either
like
one
Thor,
would-
no,
No,
I
I
mean,
mean-
the arm, then the head. I don't know. There was a few different options.
Before we kind of get to the end, we didn't talk about Vision and Scarlet Witch a little
Oh, yeah,
bit. I didn't really like or dislike them. I'm like, they're, you know, they were there because they needed to be, but I like how like Vision was like the stone was like fucking with him. Like,
Oh no, it was good, like it was sending him feedback. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was kind of like the Harry Potter scar, like he knew Voldemort was coming,
yeah.
Oh my god,
right?
shit.
That's what I thought. Because he kept going like, oh, I was like, oh,
Yo, wait.
my God. I was like,
Scarlet Witch
Scar.
like totally doesn't have an accent anymore.
That's
she's
what I was
still
thinking.
hot.
What happened to that?
I was like, what happened to your Russian? No, it's there like in a few times. She's like, I got to think about that. Like, I don't know, and then she'll go right back to like an English accent. Not that it's a big deal, but it's like pick it
Yeah,
and stick with it.
Yeah.
Uh,
She doesn't really have that many lines either.
I mean, she has a few. I thought her acting was awesome, especially when she has to blow up Vision. Like she looked really fucking like miserable about it, which was good.
They kill Vision once, and then
And then
kill
he's
him
just like,
again.
haha,
What's up
bitch.
with this movie having like all these like love interests having to kill each other?
Dude, that's true. 'Cause
Vision and Scarlet, Star-Lord and Gamora.
I want to talk about that reality stone scene, by the way, when they go
Soul
into
Stone.
nowhere.
Yeah.
No, that's the
Oh,
reality.
okay.
So when they get in there, I immediately thought something was up because it was like barren and nowhere, and
Yeah.
you're like, "What's going on?" I did not call that he had already gotten the reality stone, though. But the whole back and forth between him and Star-Lord, and he's like, "Oh, the boyfriend." He's like, "You won't do what you have to," and then he pulls the trigger and it's bubbles, and he's like, "I like you," and then he steps back into the portal.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh my fucking.
Yeah, honestly, the whole nowhere thing, where like you think, like, is the Collector dead?
Yeah, he's dead. He destroyed that whole place, killed the Collector right before he got there. I assume that he was.
Yeah, because
I
I
don't
mean, we don't see him, but I like how they
Aren't they? So the Collector is one of the
ancients
ancient,
or whatever.
Yeah, and
he's like
so is
I can't remember his name.
yeah.
Jeff
Grand
Goldblum.
Aren't they
Yeah.
supposed to be like super powerful though?
In the comics, they're supposed to be more all-knowing
You
and
think
like
in
all
the movie
they're just kind of
not
more
much?
like
Jeff
ancient
Goldblum
people.
did jelify people though with that thing.
Yeah,
I assume that was
I
the
think it's
staff,
just a
though.
technology.
I
He was
think they're
techno-
just.
I thought he
Yeah.
was just like I don't know.
I don't know either. Actually, it's a good question though.
Yeah.
I really don't. I just took it as they were like a different type of like humans, like the whatevers are the Xandarians are, because they look like people, but they're not people. But no, that's an
Star-Lord,
interesting
man.
question.
I don't see. Yeah, I don't know if he's still half celestial. Well, obviously he is, but I don't know if he still has like the power.
No, that was cut off as soon as the.
Because
planet
like I was
blown up.
surprised he died, given he is a celestial. But like we'll see.
But that's the thing. He's not anymore because of the Guardians too. He's cut. Well, like it's in his genes.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like the power isn't there anymore because his dad is gone. Obviously.
Why
Hold
can
on.
Celestials not die?
Well, no, they can't.
Um,
well, obviously Kurt Russell did.
Yeah.
You just
what-
gotta
No,
destroy
but
their
like
core.
he's just more powerful than regular people.
But I don't
Right,
even
so
know if he was collected.
Is he more
connected-
powerful than the Infinity Stones?
I doubt it because he's only.
Like even if he still had like celestial genes, like he still would have died.
But like I said, I don't think he has any power with those celestial genes because the power source was out because he destroyed it. But I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a whole.
They
nother
still have those
story.
eggs though, right? All over all the.
Well, they're no. Well, yeah, I guess the shit's still there.
No,
but
they get
but they get like
destroyed.
decimated.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the wall is still there though at the end of Guardians 2. It's just like a big like weird rock looking thing. But some just killer acting out of Pratt in that scene. Seriously, like when the way and
that
especially
scene and the one when they're on Titan.
and he so they got Thanos all in the bind.
Yeah.
and
Dude,
he's
that
like,
pissed me off, man.
what? That he
What?
did it. It made sense to me though.
Did it though? Like
I don't know. I think it's
Did it make sense? Because Chris Pratt like gets super pissed off, and what's he gonna do? He starts punching him in the face. Like, it just makes no sense. To me.
I don't get the
It's
punching
just-
in the face.
it's
Like if
just-
he would have shot
what are
his
you gonna
gun-
do?
he
Like,
killed his.
It's
his
just
only-
kinda
his,
like-
true
I know,
love.
but
I
what?
hate saying it, but like
So your way of
It's
getting
in the
revenge
heat
on
of-
him is the
it's
punch him
in the heat of the
face
moment, he's
when
not
you're about
thinking.
to rip the glove off. Like I don't know. That whole scene I just thought was
Yeah,
I think it played well.
I,
I
think
I
he-
understand what you're saying.
I think it was the blind rage if he killed his basically wife. I think at that point they were like so close at that point that like he just was in a blind fury and he just starts whacking at him and going crazy,
Real quick,
and then he snaps.
Tim, what's going on over there?
OBS disconnected and reconnected.
Is our frames dropping?
Yeah, it looks like it. I think it's just your internet.
Yeah, it definitely is. But is the stream going in and out?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still working on my phone though.
Okay.
All right, well then let's just keep going.
Because I've been having internet issues. I just wanted to ask. Okay.
Wait, we just skipped around.
Yeah.
No, we're kind of just
Quick,
going where I feel.
Comcast has been messing up for everyone lately. I don't know what the
Yeah.
deal is.
I got Verizon.
So
Screw you.
Thanos
we
kills
talk-
Gamora.
I wanted to
Soul
get there,
Stone?
but I just didn't wanted to make sure I wasn't skipping over everything.
Any
We
major
talked
points?
about. I mean Spider-Man and the Iron Spider.
Oh yeah, so
Oh,
I don't like
I
that
love
suit.
You don't?
No, I
I
think
love
I
it.
don't. I think
I don't like the way it looks. It's a little too flashy, too red.
Tony Stark made it, dude.
No,
Yeah,
it,
true.
I
Yeah.
don't.
You're lucky there's
Look. It's
not
not.
more gold in there.
Well, in the original
Yeah.
comics, it is like the same. You
It's
know,
golden,
probably.
yeah,
the
yeah.
gold and the gold and red.
I like the use of the arms though. They
No,
didn't
yeah,
come
I
out-
love that.
Yeah,
I mean,
thought it was
obviously
better.
those needed.
I didn't expect him to do that.
But like, obviously, we're not gonna get it again. That's it. You know.
Well, I
like,
think it's gonna be back on.
we're
him
not
in,
gonna see Iron
in Avengers
Spider
2.
again in his own movies. It's only
Maybe.
it's only an Infinity War thing, both parts probably.
Maybe, yeah, I could see it only being an Avengers thing, but I don't think it's totally.
Because
out of
like
the question
one
to be in
thing
this
I
movies.
like now that we have the Spider-Man PS4 game, like I look at that suit and I'm like, this is my fucking suit. Like I like this suit a lot. I know Alex, you don't like that suit.
I think the suit's
right?
fine.
Which one?
The
Spider-Man
PS4
suit game.
Spider-Man one.
Spider-Man game suit.
Is that the one? That's the one with the white spider, right?
Yeah.
I don't like the white spider.
You apparently have a different suit at the beginning of that game that he changes into.
But like I want Spider-Man to kind of get back to basics when he gets to his movie. I mean, we're not gonna talk about it, but like, yeah, the Iron Spider suit is just like
it's fun. I just
Iron
don't.
Man suit.
I kind of liked the original design. I get why they didn't do like the gold and red because it would have been too like Iron Man looking, which makes sense to me. But it looks fine. It looks a little too CGI at some point. Even I think the Iron Man suit looks.
We're
a little
gonna
off
get
at some point,
different
but-
Spider-Man suits every movie because that's how you sell toys.
See, I don't think that
Look at
there'll be
Avengers,
slight changes. I don't
look
think
at
for the next one.
Avengers and every
I'm not
other-
saying we need
like
the
Iron
same
Man gets
suit.
a different suit every movie.
I'm not
No,
saying we
totally.
need the same suit, but like the technology needs
Iron
it
Man
needs
suit.
to not be
Yeah.
super
Dude,
technological.
Iron Man's suit was insane.
Yeah,
It was
dude,
so
he
cool
thought of
the way it
everything in the
worked.
book, but like, and the people are like, "That's stupid." I'm like, "But that's Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't
Like
it?
that's
Yeah.
what he does is thinks of every
They
fucking
made
situation."
Because like I feel like his power has been raised and lowered depending on who's fighting throughout all these movies.
Yeah, I agree
and
with that.
It was
Yeah.
nice to see like
Him, like,
Dude, even
full
him-
out Tony Stark. It's
Yeah.
awesome. I love the part where he got his helmet destroyed, and then
And-
right before he got hit again, another
it
helmet
zooms
just
back
popped up.
on.
Well, it was
Yeah,
cool because
So,
like
that was
Yeah,
great.
the
bleeding
metal
edge,
from
man.
somewhere else moves to his face. So he has a finite amount of the metal on him, and like as his face gets pulled off, you see it come off his shoulder and form around his head.
Does it?
Yeah, you did because that's why he doesn't keep reforming the entire armor because he's
Oh.
pulling pieces off that he can't.
Oh,
So
wow,
he's
I
taking
didn't notice
pieces
that.
from parts of the armor and going on his head. Yeah, it was cool. And even
Also, remember from the promotional stuff you saw Tony Stark with like those rockets sticking out of his back? That
Yeah,
wasn't in the movie.
we
though.
never fucking see that.
no,
Holy
there
shit.
was one part. Yeah, there was.
One part.
You
Yeah,
sure?
there was one
Where-
part where
where-
they come.
when was that?
I can't remember. I know he.
I think it's when he
Oh.
first gets onto the ship.
I know
No,
that
it's-
was when he got his feet rockets joined in the wall.
I remember.
But I don't remember.
I remember when it is. It's when they're on Earth with the first New York battle scene when Proxima Midnight shows. Isn't no the other guy, Maw shows up. They click off his back and remember it's the full laser beam. That
Okay, yeah,
like
yeah,
it
yeah.
should. So
Oh,
at
yeah,
first
yeah,
they come
yeah,
off like
yeah,
that,
yeah,
but then they
yeah.
fully separate.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's got
it's that
three-
scene and that's it.
That's
I
it,
thought
yeah.
that they were when I saw the promotional stuff. I thought it was gonna be
Like
like
extra
rockets. No, so if he's in space, instead of having to use his hands, those would
That
move
makes
him.
sense.
around.
Yeah, yeah.
That
No,
That's
totally
what I
makes
thought it
100%,
was.
that
But
makes
yeah,
sense.
all right. That makes sense then.
Okay,
I need to
just-
see it again because
I
I missed a
want-
lot of
Dude,
stuff.
I want to.
I want to move. Oh, Gamora's. So we kind of find out what happens to Gamora's planet, which is Thanos goes there with Chitauri and literally
Kills half
just
of 'em.
kills half the
Brutal,
planet.
dude.
So like I'm.
13 movie.
Somebody asked me, he's
Genocide.
like, has Thanos been doing this for years? And I'm like, I don't think.
Wait, didn't he do it to
He
Drax's
was for a
planet,
while.
too?
Yeah.
I'm like, he does it to some planets, but it's like I don't think it's as many as you might think. Because
No, I
like he
think
doesn't
he-
have the gauntlet at that point, so he's literally like.
Well, no, that's the
picking up
thing.
his-
He's just going to each planet and just killing them with his Chitauri, and then that's it.
yeah, and
moving
it's
on.
probably been like 30 years.
So is
like,
that
it
what
hasn't
he
been
tried
that
to do
long.
with New York, and then I guess it failed? So
That's what-
like,
yeah, he was
I
probably-
gotta find the Infinity.
He had to he wanted Loki to like basically make it easier for him to
And
go
then I
there.
guess 'cause
Plus,
it
he didn't
failed.
have
Well,
any
I just don't think he
stones.
did. Yeah, he didn't have the stones yet, so he's
I-
just
I-
still
I bet-
going
I
by
bet he
regular
went
means.
to get he decided he's going to look for the stones because it failed.
That's exactly. Well,
Yeah.
he says something. He's like, "I had the opportunity once. I'm not going to give it up again." I was kind of confused on that.
Oh wait, didn't he invade New York to get the stone?
To get the no, well,
No.
who had the no? The Mind Stone was in the staff.
I mean,
they had the Tesseract.
I mean, the
so he had
Tesseract's
two of
on
them.
Earth. No, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. He invaded to get the Tesseract.
Yeah, he was trying to get the Tesseract.
Because
Oh,
he
okay.
already had the Mind Stone and the staff, so why would have assumed he gave it to
Oh,
Loki
shit. Yeah, you're
to
right.
go invade? Then after he took Earth, he'd be like, "All right, give me the staff and the Tesseract back. We're cool." And now I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
But
Dude, he didn't give a fuck about Loki though. He was just like,
Oh,
and I
I
love how
did-
Loki didn't give a fuck about him either.
I thought there
Which
was
is
some
cool.
really good payoffs with
But,
like, him and Thor there too.
I think, and the relationship between Thanos and Gamora, I think, was really like played out well. Like
So well.
we already knew that she was the daughter of Thanos. Same with Nebula.
But he actually cared for her.
he was the one that she
I
actually.
feel.
Should we move on to the Soul Stone scene?
Yeah.
Are you gonna freak out about it?
Fucking
So
red goddamn skull.
Oh my god! I didn't like. We
Yeah,
all
he's
knew.
coming back
We
sometime.
all knew Red Skull wasn't dead. We all knew it. We all fucking knew that the.
See, I didn't know that. I assumed he.
The Tesseract took him.
I assume it was
somewhere.
two. I assumed he either got disintegrated or he got transported somewhere.
So in the first Avenger, Red Skull is transported to Vormir, and he essentially
Vormir.
Vormir.
Yeah.
Vormir. Okay, Vormir, and basically like Does he doesn't? Is he dead?
So no, well, he's his curse is to guard the Soul Stone and to basically inform people how to get it. He's the keeper of the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
And I think the idea is that he got there and he couldn't get it because he doesn't have anything to love. Yeah, he doesn't have anything that he loves.
Yeah.
So his curse was to just sit there and know whoever. I assume the Soul Stone gave him some type because he knows who Thanos is, or he has some type of access
some
to
sort of like
knowledge.
clairvoyance.
And
yeah.
I don't know if he's alive still because of the super soldier serum or because he's just there and cursed or something. I was a little confused
which is
on
fine. I think they don't need to explain it,
agree.
but like,
By the way, it wasn't Hugo Weaving, but
I know,
it
but
wasn't Hugo Weaving.
That guy did such a fucking good job
did
that I
do a
thought
great
he
job.
was Hugo Weaving, and I appreciated that.
I just think this was like perfect. Like
It was.
they could not have made that. Like
I wasn't exactly
and
right. about the
everyone
I
Gamora
think
thing.
she stays dead though.
Yes.
Yeah, I think she does.
Why not?
Well, that's what we were saying. Like outside, I was
Yeah.
saying she has to stay dead because she has to film like 5 fucking Avatar movies.
Also, I think whoever
Oh my
didn't
God, that's
die.
her?
yeah.
So it's Alana. Yeah. Yeah, you don't realize it.
Anyone who didn't die by the gauntlet, I feel like's done. They're gone forever. I think so. I think Gamora's gone. Heimdall, Loki,
Vision.
Vision's coming back. I think.
Vision has to come
I don't
Yeah,
think Vision's actually dead.
I don't think he is.
They wouldn't have done the whole entire thing with
Scarlet
trying
Witch
to
is
get
gone,
it.
right?
They wouldn't have tried to get the stone
No,
out of his head.
Scarlet
had
Witch
all
is
that
not
happen
gone.
if they-
She's not. So she
was
didn't
gone
get-
post snap.
She was gone post snap.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm curious
Pre-snap and
as to
post-snap.
how. I think Vision's coming back in some way, shape, or form without the Soul
I don't
Stone
even
in
think
his
he's gonna get
head.
resurrected. I think he'll be a character in the next movie.
We'll see. But going
Which I
back,
have no idea. What
yeah. It's just
Possibly-
I don't know what they're gonna do.
Not a clue.
Going back to Red Skull, I like how I feel like they made him Death in a way, or they paid
It was their homage
Death.
to Death.
I really don't think they're doing Death at this point.
No, they aren't. They would have.
Yeah,
they
they
would
would
have.
have. He would have talked about it. I feel like it's totally
I mean,
out.
I'm pretty happy with his motivation.
No,
Dude,
yeah,
his
100%.
motivations work
With Thanos,
so well to me.
I said it when I got outside the theater. I didn't empathize with him or sympathize
did,
with
yeah,
him,
I was
but
just-
I
I don't know, man.
understood.
I empathize.
I understood.
Genocide of mass of a lot of people. I don't know.
True. I
no.
just understood why he was doing what he was doing. Not
I
that
think
I
you're right.
felt. Not that I was like, yeah, he might be in the right.
You weren't
but-
like, man, you know what, Thanos, I think you're right. We should definitely keep doing this. Let's go. But like I get it. You empathize with him in the way of like, that's logical. Like I get it. Like
Yeah.
you, especially when you're on Titan. I love when he's like, what is this? Your home world? He's like, well, it used to be. And then he used the reality stone to show it like when it was perfect. And he's like, I tried to tell him it was overpopulation, like it was going to lead to our downfall.
They called me mad.
And they called me mad, and then he fades away from the reality, and he's like, and then this is what happened. He doesn't say I'm a necessary evil, but just, it's so like, man, I fucking get it.
Like he takes it
Yeah.
upon himself
Yeah.
to make sure what happened to him doesn't happen to other people, but like he will kill you.
And he even goes
to
like,
get
fair.
his way.
He's like, no matter the race, no matter the this, no matter like the social class, just fair. Just half of us gone.
Yeah, half of the
That,
population.
it makes
like-
sense because I feel like the best villains in the Marvel films have a motivation that
It
you
seems
can
grounded.
somewhat
It's-
relate to. You know what I mean? Like overpopulation.
It makes sense.
I'm not saying we need to start killing. Obviously, but like
Alex, is that what you're saying?
overpopulation is gonna start becoming a problem, and like
it's a realistic.
It's a real
problem.
world
like,
issue,
100%.
Killmonger was a relatable villain. You know.
Oh yeah,
And even like that's why I like what's his name so much too. Vulture. Yeah.
Yeah, Vulture was
They
good.
make
he
him
had
super
good motivation. And
not
I
even
feel like the
relatable,
worst
but yeah.
villains are the ones that the motivation didn't really make sense.
You
Like,
didn't
the
understand.
last 4 Marvel movies kind of had really good villains.
Yeah.
I think they're starting
They-
to figure it out.
they
You need
needed
to
to
have
up their
You need
game.
to have a relatable villain
Yeah.
in order to.
No, yeah, and even
For the movie
just
to be good,
understand,
yeah.
like, make me get why this person's doing it. And even, like, I thought the scene with Gamora, so you get to the Soul Stone, and basically Red Skull's like, to get the Soul Stone, you have to give up the one thing you love. And I did love this, how Gamora's like, ha, you're fucked! You don't love anything, blah, blah, blah. And then, like,
And he starts
he turns
crying.
around with, like, a tear down his face. And she's like, what are you crying for?
And
And,
he-
he's like, the tears is not
and
for
he
you.
grabs her by the hand and just pulls her like a kid.
And
And he throws her like just so like.
But you could
coldly.
tell that he was actually.
Yeah, like, he didn't want to
But
do
he
yeah,
knew
but
what he had to do.
And that's
you
when he
know?
said, he's like, I had the chance to do this before, I'm not giving it up again. And I guess, I don't know, like with the Star-Lord scene, I
Thanks,
totally
Red Skull.
get why you're like, why the fuck would he do that? That's so dumb.
I like
but, like
how-
the way he even, like, you see Thanos reacting, she's like, and then you got Mantis going, like, he's feeling sadness.
Going back to like Gamora and Star-Lord, I like how like their relationship has kind of evolved. And
Well,
like
it's been years since
and
Guardians 2.
Yeah, when you think
In
about it, it's
context.
been years
Yeah.
since Guardians 2. Guardians 2 takes place in 2014.
Takes
It's a
3
few-
months after the
Yeah,
original
yeah.
Guardians.
So we don't know what the fuck they've been doing, but like obviously, Gamora's still on the team, and they're not in a relationship, but they clearly
I think
like,
they are in a relationship.
they clearly like each other.
Yeah.
No, Star-Lord even says he's like, I don't. Someone says something to him, and there's something about like Gamora being his girlfriend. And he's like, and he like dusts it off, and he's like,
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
I'm not the guy who kind of like gets attached, but he's just being like, a bro about it.
Yep.
But he clearly gives a shit.
No,
is
totally,
my point.
100%. Yeah. I'm trying to think of any of the other big scenes
Yeah.
that we could have missed.
I mean, we haven't really talked about.
Yeah, exactly.
We haven't really talked about Wakanda too much, or even maybe the
they were more
Corvus Glaive fight when
they were more background. Wakanda, anyways, was more of like the setting background. It didn't really play
Rhodey and what's his face, Ross.
Oh yeah, that scene.
and
Oh
he's
yeah,
like-
when Cap
and
comes in.
And he's like, yeah, fuck you guys.
I like that.
But I hate how he's like, yeah, you signed the accords, and he's like, yeah, probably shouldn't have. It's like, really, dude?
Well,
like,
no, I think I don't know. I think it makes sense because like
thank
at
you,
first
Captain
he
America was right.
like he thought he was doing the right thing, Rhodey, and I do honestly believe so did Iron Man. Like they all honestly believed that they were signing the accords for the right thing, and then they realized, well, we just fucked each other up more now than ever. So like, fuck you. And I love when he's like, arrest them, and he's like, yeah, okay. And then he
Dude,
just
Captain
swipes
America's suit is beat as fuck.
Dude, did you see the chainmail underneath his suit?
Yeah, his suit is like.
Oh
holes in
my
it.
god, I
Yeah.
love it. I was like, that's a great little touch. I didn't notice it until the movie.
Yeah, dude, he looks pretty disheveled in this movie.
All of them do. I love. Who
Black
says it?
Widow,
Don
doesn't
Cheadle. He's like, you all look like shit. Like it's so good.
I didn't notice Falcon looking like too.
His like stuff was all scuffed up and things like that.
Yeah.
But that's like
with
really
Captain America, there were so many promotional material shots that you really got a good look at him.
broken.
Dude, War
Captain.
Machine finally got his due.
Dude, the arsenal, like he drops the payload, like when they're coming to the
Oh,
shield.
dude, it was so good. Just the mat,
He
like
was
there's a
like
gun
by far the
flipping up.
most powerful person there.
Dude, he's just got so
That's
many
all Thor.
weapons. Like it's
And-
just like he's got firepower.
I like how different his
Machine.
suit is. Not totally different, but from Iron Man
Oh,
now.
it's
like
it's
his
more
own-
it's more like
They're two
conventional weaponry.
Yeah,
than
yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
exactly.
I mean, he
How
is
come
a.
he hasn't gotten an upgrade though? It just
No,
looks
he
the
had-
same.
I think
No, I
that
think
I
he
think
does.
that for that dude, he was dropping.
We just
like-
don't see the suit enough to like. Really
It's definitely
know.
different
Carpet
from like
bombed him.
a Civil War and
Literally.
stuff like that too. Like
Maybe weapons eyes. But
maybe
the
we
way
shouldn't.
It
It looks super scary too. Like maybe.
I mean,
I think they're trying to make it look
The
like
red
an
eyes and
earlier
stuff.
model to make it look more like
it looks more like
grizzled-
angular. I don't know. how to
and
describe
army.
It
and,
looks like
yeah.
a tank. Like,
And
I
like
don't know.
we get the Iron Patriot for a bit.
But that was the
That's-
AIM suit or whatever it was.
Yeah, and that's
that
a
made-
paint job. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Is he on one of these posters? No.
No.
No, he isn't. I'm trying to think
Down
if there's
there he is.
anything
Yeah, but it's-
else
but, no
at
helmet.
all.
Yeah, he's not in that one. Pre-snap.
Pre-snap, I don't.
Pre-snap. Who didn't we talk about?
Oh, so we got like a throwaway
Oh,
lines for
Forge-
Hawkeye and Ant-Man.
Oh,
They're-
yeah,
they're
so
under
they-
house arrest.
Yeah, and they're basically not getting involved to protect their families.
Until-
Makes
yeah.
100% sense.
Yeah, they're gonna
That
be brought
come
back
out
for
right?
Avengers. Yeah,
Makes makes
Hawkeye's
sense.
family probably died with the.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah,
And
exactly.
he goes Ronin.
Yeah,
That makes sense because
Oh,
we've
yeah,
seen
yeah.
the promotional pics, which Alex told me about, and then I didn't see those pictures until you told me about it. Yeah.
I'm just trying to go through all the scenes. I think that's basically it. We mentioned it, the stuff with Hulk and Banner, the
Just
way
the-
that inner battle of like Hulk not wanting
You
to
know,
come out,
most
how it works.
most of the movies
To me-
are fights, and the fights are really good, and with like different teams. And maybe we didn't talk about Thor forging Stormbreaker.
I did like that scene
the
a
dink.
lot. The fucking when he's holding
King of
open
the
the fucking
Dwarves.
thing and yeah, I mean no, we covered the
Yeah, we
fucking
kind
handle and
of
stuff.
talked about it a little bit, but
It was much bigger than I thought it was gonna be.
Dude,
I
it's
thought it was gonna be like
huge.
another
It's
hammer
huge.
handle, but it's like a full on two-handed.
so for
axe.
those who don't know, Stormbreaker is Ultimate Beta Ray Bill's hammer, but also Ultimate Thor's hammer.
Dude, we talked about this. They got rid of Thor's eye patch. Why
Yeah,
did they do
fuck that, dude.
I don't
that
know.
was
That built that
I
built
like
that
how
was a
the eyes are
character
different
builder.
colors though.
I didn't notice that,
That,
but
that
I
was
was
like that was a character builder, man.
I thought the fucking I liked the eye patch so much.
Yeah,
it
it
looks
just
so
it
fucking
makes him
badass.
look older and like grizzled.
And they
I
just see-
didn't have any feelings about the eye patch.
And that's
I
fair.
just think
It's hard
that
to
it
do
was
eye
dumb
patches.
to remove his eye in like,
And then-
pretty much the previous film,
literally.
and
yeah.
then immediately have it
yeah,
replaced.
yeah.
But like if
But
you're gonna,
It makes sense who gave it
because
to him.
Rocket
Yeah.
gave it to him.
It did make sense.
It wasn't like
but
it was a random person who was like, "Hey, I got an eye for you." It's
but I
like
just think they should have never just cut the eye out to begin with. If they're just
I
gonna
think-
do
yeah,
it.
I think
exactly.
it's the same
Oh, yeah,
eye
totally.
from Guardians 2, isn't it?
He
How
does
had
take an
baby
eye.
Groot go
Oh
get
yeah,
the
that's
eye.
right.
Yeah, But no, there's
No,
a
I
few
just-
scenes. There's a few parts where he tells people to get eyes.
Like, I just
there's a
would've
few
loved to
times where he says,
Dude, no, not just eyes, just body parts.
Yeah.
yeah.
Tell me you have a
Like
refrigerator
Winter
around
Soldier.
here
Oh,
with
dude, no,
full of
remember
soldiers on it?
mid-battle where he sees a Winter Soldier and he's like, hey man, nice arm.
How much for the arm? And then he just walks away.
Oh yeah, and he picks him up, and they're
completely
that
forgot
is
about
so
that.
yeah, that was fun.
Oh, he
Oh
starts
my God.
spinning and
Yeah.
Yeah, and like how he asks him, and he's like, he just doesn't answer.
Yeah, he just walks away. Like, yeah, Bucky, I would have liked
So
to
they're
see
really
more.
going with this White Wolf thing with him.
I was like the other way. I mean, I
They
think
call
it
him White
kinda-
Wolf. I don't know
Dude,
why.
I mean, whatever.
I think it's real throwaway.
I think it is too. Well, it's just for now, yeah. Because you don't want to call him the Winter Soldier. That name has a lot of fucking bad things behind it now.
Yeah,
right?
true. I mean, we'll just call him Captain America.
Or I think it's just a comic book callback. It's just a cool little thing there.
I like how the Thanos goes from fighting on Titan to fighting on Earth like almost instantaneously, and it makes
He's got the
sense.
space stone. and shit.
Yeah, but it makes sense that he just goes boom, boom.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, the thing's basically like a.
and
boom
then
tube.
now the next group is fighting him, and then it all comes crashing
Oh.
down.
All
the
one
Infinity
problem I have with the
Stones.
movie, whose arm gets cut off when Doctor Strange uses the
Cole
teleportation
Obsidian.
portal
Cole
and he
Obsidian.
chops
Oh,
his
yeah.
arm off. I was just thinking, like, if you can chop through anything at any point using that, it's almost like the problem I had with The Last Jedi with the hyperspace drive.
It's like,
if
why
you
aren't
can
you
do
using
that
it all
at
the
any
time?
point? Why aren't you using it now?
Yeah.
You know what
So
I mean?
I get what. So you're saying, like, as someone's running
Why is
at
he
you,
not chopping
open up.
people in it? Why don't you
Yeah.
chop Thanos' arm off using that thing?
True.
I just.
It's
yeah,
a-
It's
it's
going to
movie.
introduce something that will poke holes into a bunch of other stuff. Is my thing.
Yeah.
I just. I get that worked in that situation that he pushes him through the portal and he's trying to come back through and he reaches out. I just don't know how you would use that mid. I guess you open a small portal.
Form a portal
but-
around Thanos' arm and just cut it off. Like,
And I think the way that they negate that is also he needs a sling ring to even use that portal. I don't know. You're right. I agree.
It's
It is
just,
a lot.
I just have a problem with movies nowadays. Like Last Jedi, I have a huge problem with that. I just don't like when they introduce things that.
It's like, why aren't you just setting up a ship that's empty to yeah, I get what you're saying. To just
So-
bail through. There was one other thing I did want to say. I love
Okay.
fucking Thor's costume, like when he's
It's
actually all powered
it's
up.
a lot
Yeah.
more.
And that's why I wanted to see the like when he has the eye patch on with that. I was like, you would have looked like a fucking badass.
Even in Ragnarok, I noticed. I'm like, wow, Thor's suit is a much more Asgardian, old school looking in that. Like, I know he's in like a Sicarian uniform, but like
He's got, like,
when
the
he
half
comes
cape and-
back, I'm like, wow, they
got the
toned
shield.
it down a lot.
Yeah.
And even in Infinity War as well, like I'm like, wow, he's not. I mean, like it kind of
Well,
looks
you can
futuristic, but like it's pretty base. And I
Well, you
dig
can
it.
even tell from like Thor 1, they went super hard. I mean, he dyed his goddamn eyebrows and beard for that, and like they wanted to go super like elegant, like almost Shakespearean. But I do,
Well, that's because of who directed it.
and it and I think it works
Yeah.
actually for that
Kenneth
movie.
Branagh is a whole.
Didn't he direct
Shakespearean guy.
Hamlet?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's what's his name
One,
in
a
in,
version of
in
Hamlet.
Harry Potter. He's one of the
Lockhart
professors,
or
Lockhart.
whatever.
Yeah, he's the guy in the second one.
Third
That's
one.
like the
Wait,
no
what?
Chamber of
it's-
Secrets.
it's Chamber of Secrets.
It's the guy that's like pretending
That's
to be
the director.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
he's the guy who's pretending
Oh,
to be
wow.
like
I
the
never knew
wizard.
that.
He
yeah,
just
yeah.
he just directed and starred in Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was the
Wow, I didn't know that.
detective.
Huh.
Mhm. But no, yeah, it's just the black chainmail on his arms. It looked great.
So we
That's all
get
I
to the
wanna say.
lead up for the snap. Scarlet Witch kills Vision. Vision blows up. Thanos is just like, "Fuck you!" Reverse time, kills him again. Takes the
Oh, the
stone.
line he gives there is so good. He's
What does
like-
he say?
He's like something like like it's. I can't. I don't want to.
It's something along the lines of like, I appreciate
I appreciate you
the
trying.
hustle, but nah.
Nah, bruh.
Yeah, and I do
Reverse-
even love like when he's talking to Tony. He's like, I hope they remember. It was in the trailers. But
Oh,
he's
we
like,
didn't talk about Tony getting
Oh
stabbed.
yeah, that's. I thought he
Oh
was.
yeah.
when
he
we
was
all
dead.
thought he was dead.
Yeah,
and
he
we're
was
like,
dead as a
That was the
doorknob.
most quiet the whole
"Holy
theater was.
shit!" I was like, "They're gonna kill
Because
Tony
everyone I
Stark."
feel like was prepared for Tony to die. But
But
as soon
you
as
know
that
what I
happened
didn't
on
think
there, I
in the
heard.
theater that like once I got home I thought about it too. You know how Doctor Strange was sitting there meditating, and he was like, "Okay, there's 14 million ways this could go.
There's only one way
There's
that-
only one way that
You're gonna,
you're
yeah.
gonna win." Tony Stark
Is the
one
way.
that
No,
does
exactly.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
And
no,
that's
yeah,
why
yeah.
he realized, okay.
Well, that's
I
he goes.
need to-
This is Endgame now, Stark, and then
Yeah.
he fades away,
Yeah.
and then.
Yeah,
Dude, the
I think
scene
you're.
with
I think you're
Spider-Man-
100% right. Tony
Tony
Stark
Stark
is
is going to be
the reason they
the
win.
person that gets rid of Thanos.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
totally.
It
And-
started with him. It's going to
Is
end with
is
him.
Tony Stark gonna wear the Infinity Gauntlet? Is the question.
No,
That
he'll
would be
die.
sick.
He'll die. There's no. I think it's
Why
either
not?
gonna.
Or maybe that's the way he dies.
That
Say.
bringing everyone back. That's amazing. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fucking. But I just don't because they say like
Yeah.
if regular people put it on, they
But
just
people do it in the
explode.
comics.
Yeah, Adam Warlock and
Yeah,
like
Adam
people
Warlock
like
is,
who
like, one
can
of the-
handle.
Well,
it.
maybe he's
It's
like.
Adam Warlock and who's the other daughter?
I'm pretty like if anyone's gonna wear it, I
Nebula?
think Vision.
Nebula. Nebula wears it in the comic.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
like here's the thing.
I think
Maybe
Vision,
Tony
if
Stark.
anyone-
is able to wield it. Like I feel
why,
like
though?
like I even said that I feel like not Tony Stark, like Star-Lord
Wait, are
could
we
wield it.
sure? Where do they ever say that it's the gauntlet? Because I know if you wield a stone, if you hold it, you can.
Well, I mean, you have all 5
I know,
stones
but when
on
they
you.
go to the star and they have the dwarf who's making this stuff, he was like, "What did you do?" And he's like, "I made a weapon capable of wielding the power of the Infinity Stones." I think I think you can wear the gauntlet. I just think you can't hold a stone in your bare hand.
And maybe he
I
has
don't-
to hold. Well, the gauntlet's
They
destroyed now, so I think he has to hold the stone.
Well,
to
does
bring
it look?
everyone back.
But I thought
Yeah,
it
but we
looked
got that
fine
one
in the
and a
last
half
season.
Oh no, we
Because
had-
couldn't he just
used
like rebuild
he
it?
used
Like,
it
with
after
the
he
reality?
snapped. He used it to transport himself to the other planet.
Yeah, so I think it's just all like destroyed, like it's all just, I don't know, just
It's fucked.
disheveled.
It's
but
fucked.
it's
Well,
still
they-
workable.
Thor just made a new hammer.
Hammer, so
Well,
yeah.
that's the thing. So I assume that Infinity Gauntlet in Asgard's storeroom was the original Infinity Gauntlet, not the stones. Obviously, the stones were fake. But then Thanos went to the dwarf and was like, "Make me another one," because that was the mold for the gauntlet, right?
Yeah.
On his
Yeah.
thing. It's cool. It's cool.
We're talking about
We
Tony
can
Stark
talk
and
about
stab.
who died.
Yeah, but I think that theory with Tony Stark is going to be the person to kill Thanos, or
Yeah.
he's the key,
Or he's the key factor to
winning.
it, yeah.
Because we lose in this movie.
Totally.
We lose.
When's the
we
last
lost.
time you watch a movie where the superheroes don't win?
And
Civil War.
and 8 of them die in an instant.
Civil War.
But
Well,
the-
not die. Yeah, but
But it's not even that, like,
no, yeah.
it was just superhero against superhero. I'm saying against the
Like
villain.
yeah, no, I get what you mean.
And I'm
no,
glad,
it's true.
because it would have been really dumb if he gets all these stones and then
And
they
then
somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't.
And they kind of. I'm
So-
not gonna lie. When Thor threw that axe, I was like, "Oh shit, he's got him." I don't know why I let
Even
myself
when
think it for
Gamora
a sec.
stabs him in nowhere, and you're like, "Holy shit!"
That's it,
what
so
just
for-
happened?
yeah,
When she stabbed him, I was like,
died
oh,
twice
wow.
in that movie.
Yeah,
technically.
yeah.
Oh, yo, real quick. I thought Drax and Mantis were dead when he reality stoned them and like. Drax
thought
just
so
fell
too!
apart.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah, and I'm like,
was
holy
like, they're
shit!
done.
Did he just
Yeah.
kill?
That's
them?
like straight out of the comics, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
straight out of the
Like,
comics.
scene for scene. Like,
Yeah,
it's
when-
not Drax and.
I think
Yeah.
it's
And
cool.
Mantis.
Like the
It's
reality
like,
stone, like it's kind of goofy in a way. It's like it's like you're just
You can
you're
alter
just,
your reality,
You're just
literally.
altering reality. It doesn't matter. Like okay, Star-Lord shoots bubbles, but like, what else is gonna come
And
out
it
of
was,
the
I
gun?
like how they bridge the gap between Thor: Dark World and like the reality stone now. The way they had the animation, like
The way
you know
it
what I
like
mean?
faded
Because
over. I
feel
get what
like
you're saying.
Thor:
Yeah.
the Dark World didn't utilize that
Exactly,
No,
you're
not
saying.
at all.
And
Yeah.
I
You
think
were
they
confused
did
on
a
what the
good
power
way of
was.
bridging the two.
All right.
We can all agree that's the worst Marvel movie, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I, still
I was
think
trying
it's
to think
that-
of Iron
I
Man
still don't
3
think
was
it's that
worse.
bad.
No, it's
But-
terrible.
It's definitely the worst out
It's
of all of
terrible.
them.
It's terrible.
I mean, you can fight it with Iron Man 3. It's
But
one of them.
It's terrible.
I don't. If
On
you're saying
popular
Iron Man
opinion,
3
I
is
don't
good,
like
I
Iron
think
Man
you have
2
to say Iron Man. I mean, Thor
Yeah,
2
it's
is good.
I don't like the villain.
No, I'm
it's
saying you
alright.
can go ahead and pick which
Switch.
one.
Alright.
Switch them. Yeah.
All right. So Thor goes in for the kill. People have been fighting. Captain America hamburger
way
biting
he
his hand. 'Cause everyone's fighting Thanos, and then Thor goes in for the killing blow, right in the chest. Fucked it up. Should aim for the head.
No, but he pushes it in for a sec too, which is great. He's
Yeah.
like, I was gonna fucking, and then he just digs it.
So
He's like, "Should've
my
went for the
prediction
hand."
with the snap was kind of right. The movie does end with it, but more happens, which I didn't expect. So I wrote down everyone who died just to be thorough.
We can all agree
mean-
on the worst death of the movie, too, right?
Spider-Man. Oh, 100%.
That's it's because his Spidey senses let him know that he was.
All right.
It's like I don't feel good,
So,
man. Oh,
deaths
dude, it's-
after snap. Bucky, Black Panther, Falcon, Star-Lord, Drax, Mantis, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Nick Fury, Maria Hill, Groot, and Scarlet Witch are all
Who's
dead.
Maria Hill?
That's
The
the chick
agent
with,
with Nick
Fury.
Fury at the
Oh, I
end.
hate her.
I
I'm
love
so
her.
happy she died.
I feel like she's just not.
She is the worst actress I've ever seen in
Really?
my life.
I don't think she's that bad.
She's so bad.
The fact
I
that
don't
they
agree.
killed Black
So bad.
Panther blew my mind. I
The
was
fact
like,
that they killed Doctor Strange killed blew my mind.
Spider-Man
Spider,
died.
are you
What do
fucking
mean?
crazy?
But-
Yeah, like
but
No, no,
they
Black
literally did
Panther-
it so the last Avengers movie is just
No, it
back
makes
to
total sense.
basics.
The original
You have the
team.
But that was the thing.
cast.
They totally flipped my expectations
Oh.
on the fucking.
so
head.
but the first one we see go is Bucky, and he's like, he just says like Steve, and he just disappears, like he just turns to ash, and then everyone's like, what the fuck
You
is
give
going
Steve.
on? And then you see like Wakandans turning to ash, and then Denai Guerrero's characters with Black Panther. You think she's gonna go, but no,
M'Baku
it's Black
died?
Panther.
Yeah, M'Baku.
No, Rocket's the only one
No,
who lives.
M'Baku's
I think
still
M'Baku's-
alive.
Oh,
I said
M'Baku?
M'Baku.
No,
I think
he's
still
alive.
alive.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
want to see how many of the people are dead
I
on
like
my list that I
M'Baku
thought that I
because
said
he's a
were going to be
vegetarian,
fine.
yeah.
So Doctor Strange is dead, Black Panther is dead, Black Widow's not dead, Spider-Man's dead, Scarlet Witch is dead, Winter Soldier's dead. Star-Lord's dead. Drax is dead. Gamora's dead. Rocket's fine. Ant-Man and the Wasp aren't even anywhere to be found. And Groot and Mantis are dead.
Dude, they killed all the Guardians. What the hell?
Well, besides Rocket.
Rocket.
That was
And
the only
I
one.
wrote, everyone kind of disappears, but what Billy was just talking about, Spider-Man's death was like, oh, dude,
And
I
they
started
used-
crying.
they
instantly.
used what
and he's
worked
like,
so
I
well.
don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. He's like, no, I don't want to go, and he just
Ugh.
fucking like evaporates.
And
in
then
his
Tony's like face when he's like sitting there like this, and like
He literally
all his
is-
hands are
arms.
bloody.
And him and
And
Nebula
just,
is
like,
like the only
defeated.
one left. The only two left. on
Well,
that
and I was
planet.
saying to Billy, I'm like, that's what they used. What works so well in Homecoming for me is just like he sounds like a fucking scared child
Yeah.
who is dying, and he's like, Mr. Stark, Mr. Stark, like the shakiness in his voice. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't want to die. Like,
Yeah.
and
And
like
then he
that
just
scene in
falls through
Homecoming
his
when,
hands.
when the building
Exactly, that's
falls
what I'm
on
saying,
him,
that's
like,
what I'm talking
and like he's screaming for help, like a
Exactly.
fucking child. Like he doesn't, he's Spider-Man, but he doesn't know what to fucking do. Like
He's
he's this
50.
building is pinning him down.
He's
and,
60 yeah, I mean,
and,
that's
and then
what
it
I'm
happens again. Like he's one of the half of the people who
Or
are
he's
gonna die.
he's literally the child out of the entire
What I
group.
would have liked to seen in from that scene is maybe a few shots of like Happy Hogan and Pepper and like one of them disappearing, or maybe
I
like
think they'll
Aunt
cover all
May.
their bases in the next movie.
Yeah, but I would have.
Question I don't know if you really want to go here right now, but what are they gonna do with all the Marvel TV shows?
What with the
Wow.
snap?
Yeah, what do they do?
fucking
Agents of
Are
S.H.I.E.L.D.
What do they do with
has-
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Half the population
I was
died?
about to say,
Dude, but what about
that's- yeah, like even fucking Daredevil
Dude,
and
Luke
like
Cage?
Luke Cage
Yeah.
and them,
what
like
are they
Yeah.
gonna do?
I don't know.
there has to be some type of repercussion in those. There
I
has
see.
to-
I'm 2 episodes off of Shield right now, so I don't know if Infinity War is.
Because
directly
they've
in
been
there.
able to keep them separate for the most part.
But this
until
is
now.
just-
They've mentioned New York. I personally don't really watch TV shows, but I'm
They
just
can't. They
curious.
can't keep this.
They
separate.
can't ignore it.
Well, no,
Yeah.
you guys
It's
know
too
why they're
big.
so separate, right? The
'Cause
heads
Jeff
of each,
Loeb and Kevin Feige
they
don't like
hate
each
each other, and then like
And then that was probably the ultimate fuck you to the TV people.
Yeah, and it's like, yo, you
well,
gotta-
and it's not even like apparently like Feige would do it. It's the other guy who hates working with him, and like now Feige goes over he got separated out. The other guy got separated out into the TV division. That's why they took away Inhumans. Fuck that shit
That'd
up.
be fucking.
But I still would have liked to see that movie. Like the
Oh,
actual
I think
movie.
Inhumans as a movie
Yeah,
would
would've
have been
been
way better
so
than a
much
TV
cooler,
show.
but-
There's too much effects, but man, and then the movie ends with
Thanos,
almost 8
it's doing-
major characters just dying.
I did love that end
And that's
scene
the
with,
way the
with
movie
Thanos. He says what he wants to do.
Oh,
'cause
and Thanos goes to like
Iron
a
Man,
recluse planet.
Iron Man says, he's like, what the fuck are you going to do after all this? You're just going to kill the entire universe and then rule over it all? He's like, no, I'm just going to go back and sit and watch
that
the
was
sunset.
that was the ultimate callback to the comic.
Yeah,
books.
because
That's
he
at
does
the
it
end
in
of
the
the
comics.
whole-
Because literally, if you look in the background, the armor's hanging up on the Scarecrow, and he
Yeah.
retired to be a farmer. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Dude, and I can't give
Jesus
enough
Christ.
credit to fucking
The
Josh
Russo
Brolin.
brothers.
For,
The
and the
Russo
Russo
brothers.
brothers.
Dude.
But like just Josh Brolin's performance really made me care about
Marvel,
Thanos more than anything.
they did it. They didn't take the safe route. Killing all those characters, even at the end of the movie, even if they're going to come back, is still ballsy.
I don't think they took the safe route. They didn't. Because
What do you...
90%
No. Not, they did not take the safe route.
Did it not?
Did not.
They did not. No, they did take the safe route. I'm sorry, is what I should say.
Why?
Because exactly what we thought was going to happen happened. And
Yeah, but
most
that's
of
on the comics.
Yeah, I know. But I think if they wanted to go, I don't even know what they would have to do
You're
to go
telling
to
me
not safe.
that you thought that Doctor Strange, Black Panther, and Spider-Man were going to die in this movie.
No, but now I know they're all going to come back.
Okay.
So like, I
Well,
just think it's the safe,
But
easy.
what if they all come back and the original Avengers all die?
Then I knew that was coming because that's what I assume. I don't know. I just think it's great and it's awesome and I love what they did. But I just thought, did I see exactly who died coming? No, but I knew probably
But
half
we
the Avengers
knew
were gonna die. Like
death was like imminent in this movie,
I know.
and
I
they
just
just
don't
surprised us with who died.
know. Let's put it this way: I don't know how they could go not the safe route. Really, like I can't think
Did you
of a way that
expect?
they would.
Did you expect Gamora to be killed? Like
No,
the way she
no, I'm
was,
not-
like she's
there
not
were
coming
little,
back.
I'm saying the more major things. Most people were called, like the snap was called. A lot of the Avengers were gonna die was called. Thanos was probably gonna win at the end of this movie was called. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Don't get me wrong.
But
I
it's
still
not-
thoroughly
okay,
enjoyed
okay.
this movie. But like,
It's a recent movie. You look at Last Jedi, and that movie was looking like things were gonna, change, and they didn't.
what do you mean they didn't?
Things were gonna go differently, not
They
the
went
way
that
we thought.
mo- yeah,
movie,
exactly.
The movie did go the way we thought, though.
No,
played
it
safe.
didn't. What do you
All right.
mean? You thought Rey was going to be Kenobi's daughter. You thought Snoke was going to be someone from the past movies. None of that happened. It totally subverted your expectations.
But the movie,
maybe you didn't
nothing,
like how it subverted your
I'm
expectations.
talking about like Rey and
but-
Kylo and who they are. They're both evil and good, and like nothing. Like
No, he's not. Kylo's not bad though. He's the in between. Well, that's a whole nother podcast I
agree
could get
with
into
Whole
about.
other podcast.
Yeah. But like,
dude, it's a
don't
whole
bring
other
up the Last
podcast.
Jedi right now. Anyways, I'm just
See,
saying.
Tim's laughing because he's like, Gooch is right.
I guess,
But I don't know. I just think it's ballsy to do any of this. You just Black Panther killing him after Black Panther this fucking like.
But
Those were the ballsy
hit,
points.
But
Yeah, but
granted,
like,
they didn't know Black Panther was going to be this huge movie when they filmed this one.
Oh, I don't. They could have.
Yes, they did.
They didn't know it was going to be this
Yeah,
big.
they did.
I don't think they knew it was gonna be
Come
as
on.
do as well as it.
Yes,
I think they
I
knew
don't
it was
think
going
so.
to be big.
I know that they thought
this
it was gonna be
big.
big,
No, big. Yes,
They
but
grossed over $1 billion.
It doesn't really matter.
You think Disney was like?
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
They
But
know
like,
that.
it's just
Why
like
do you say that?
Or they cancel all of the movies that are on
The
the,
thing-
slate.
the-
literally.
They're all dead.
all right, we're all having different conversations here. People will come back. That's a given. It's 100% a given.
Or will
I
they?
can call exactly.
But the question
who's gonna come
is,
back on
What
is
if the cinematic universe just ends with the next one, and
they
like, them telling
that
us
would
like,
literally
What if-
blow my mind.
What if Cable and Deadpool is just Thanos using the Reality Stone?
we don't even
oh
know?
my god,
Ultimate theory right there.
Thanos is
So-
just born. And he's like, I don't want to.
Fuck it, I'm done. I'm going to another universe.
I'm trying to think, like who, I feel like we're bringing the original Avengers team back for this one last hoorah, and somebody from their team will die.
If not multiple people.
Yeah.
No, I
You know,
agree.
but then we'll get more people
Or-
back.
All right. Since we're already jumping to conclusions.
Yeah,
here.
let's theory
Let's
craft.
do
If they're all gonna, all right, say we think that Captain America, Iron Man, and all them are gonna die.
Okay,
They
somebody.
might pull a like a Guardians of the Galaxy type deal where they all join together and wield the gauntlet together to bring everyone back, and then that's how they kill them.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's-
one's not powerful.
That
enough.
would make the most sense.
That's it. I was Cap or Iron
That
Man
would- that
picks
would
up
be
the
the-
gauntlet. They all.
It's the only way I can think of that you could kill all of those characters off permanently while bringing all the other ones back and not bringing anyone else back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just
Well, I mean, Star-Lord's a Celestial, so that's like.
See, but that's what I was
see,
talking
like
about.
that's
with
what I'm
he's
saying.
not-
I feel
don't
like he
think
could
is anymore.
wield the Infinity Gauntlet because of that, but it's
he's
in his
dead.
DNA.
But he's
I
dead.
get that, but he doesn't
True,
have
he's
the
dead.
power of
He's
the
dead.
light anymore.
Is he dead?
They can think of anything they want.
Yeah, but he
if
doesn't
they bring
have the
Star-Lord
power to
back,
do
they
that
have to
anymore.
bring the rest of them
light's
back
gone.
Yeah.
because he died because of the gauntlet.
Yeah, he died because of the snap. Like he just disappears.
Which I was that was the one.
Yeah,
person I was
like so the only Guardian left is Rocket Raccoon. Like what? Like him and Groot dies too.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
like
when
and
he
he's
looks
like,
at Groot, that
he's
was
like,
rough.
you know what? I'm surprised. Like, wouldn't have Storm or Breaker would have like fell apart if Groot died?
No, because that's already a different
I
part
guess
of
he
his
chopped
body.
his arm
yeah,
off, yeah.
It's just a piece of wood now.
Why didn't the dwarf have the handle ready?
Moron.
You're
Yeah.
watching him like burn to death, and you're just like, oh.
Oh shit, the handle. Yeah.
Where's
God
the
damn.
handle? God damn it, Peter Dinklage.
with his metal hands.
the
Like,
dink
I can't even
in
fucking do
space
anything.
with the dying star.
The dink in space.
But really though, this movie was like perfect. I
was
really,
sa-
I
it was
really think
so-
it couldn't have been done better.
it was very
okay.
satisfying at the same time of leading.
I have a question. Do you guys think that when it gets released on like Blu-ray, they'll release like a
I hope
like a
more
one
scenes
with like an extra hour in it?
I would love.
I-
to see
I don't know about an
because
hour.
there
but
have
there's gonna
been
be-
there was cuts. I
know.
know.
I think there'll be deleted scenes, but there won't be like an
'Cause
extended
I
edition.
think the problem
We need
I
extended
want
edition.
that, but I think the problem would be then you're adding a bunch of new canon in that's not in the original.
That's the thing. There'll be like there's a part in the trailer where Thor they CGI out his hammer, but he throws it up and you can see because he has his cape
Dude,
on. and
all
everything,
of the
and it's lightning
trailers,
strikes.
I feel
there's
like they
so
could've-
many
they could've
scenes.
had-
from
Well,
the
no, dude,
trailer
I think that
of
they
the
did
movie.
that to make you
misleading,
mistakenly
yeah.
think things. Like Hulk was definitely in one of those trailers in Wakanda.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
they're
it
running
was.
at the end of Wakanda, Thor's in the background.
Yeah, so like I think that was purposely done, which I actually kind of like these days with movies
Not
to
Thor,
throw
Hulk.
me off.
Yeah.
Dude, maybe those throwback scenes were all made to throw you off.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But I like
Throwback
that.
Also,
scenes?
I'm
What do you
not-
mean the throwback scenes?
Like where
like
they
the-
had pictures from on set and Captain America was in his old suit and stuff.
No,
like
that
no,
just
well,
from
they,
the next
because
because
you
you
filmed
know
Avengers
that's
Yeah,
what-
so
that's
is
what
Avengers
Avengers
4
4.
done
Yeah.
filming
Yes. Yeah.
They filmed
And-
both
and
films
Did you
part-time.
notice that's the only time you see Ant-Man in any footage is when he's with them?
yeah.
So that's why
He
Ant-Man's
comes
will
in.
be in 4, but
Yeah.
he wasn't in this one.
What timeline is Ant-Man going to be on? when
I assume it's going to be
Yeah.
before, and then
What, Ant-Man and the
it's-
Wasp?
Yeah, I assume
It's probably
before.
going to be a few months before.
And then
beginning
at
of
the
work.
end, it's going to be like I was saying. This
I
before,
get
like,
the end scene will be.
It's like Wasp falling
It
back or
could.
something.
It could take place after.
No, they
I
already
don't
said
think
it wasn't.
will. Yeah.
They said it wouldn't,
They said it's not. It's not after
Set
Infinity
after,
War,
yeah.
It's before it.
or it could be during. Like it's
Could
going
be
on at
as
the
it's
same-
yeah.
The movie could end with the snap.
Yeah.
Well, that's
And,
what
like,
that's what I'm
Hank
thinking.
Pym
I think like
disappearing.
the end credit scene is going to be him sitting there with Wasp and like,
Or,
oh,
like-
this
or
is
Hank
great. La
Pym
la la
And
la
then
la.
Captain Marvel
And then she
comes
just-
out. When's that come out?
After
Next year.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
next year,
February
beginning of
and
next
March.
year.
So let's talk about the end credit scene. You know, we all knew it was coming. Nick Fury, Maria Hill talking some shit, and then the snap happens.
start.
People are disappearing. Helicopter flies into a building. That's
Dude,
straight
that
out of the
was-
comic, by
It
the
was
way.
the Thanos copter that
that scene was. I
And
think,
cars are crashing, people disappearing, and then
But wait, we didn't get Nick Fury in that end credit scene. We got Samuel L. Jackson because he's like,
Mother-
mother.
yeah.
and he called, but yeah, Maria disappears, and
Yes,
he's
yes,
getting
some
out
type of
his
extraterrestrial
get-
beeper.
Yeah, he's getting out his thing to call Captain Marvel.
I literally think it's a
Mother
beeper.
and disappears. Captain Marvel.
And then you see the symbol come up.
Yeah.
And,
I really thought we'd see Captain Marvel
I
in
didn't.
this movie.
Yeah,
I thought so,
I'm
too.
really worried about Captain Marvel.
Why?
I don't think
We've
it's gonna be
seen
good.
none of it.
Dude,
we don't know what to expect.
Disney and Marvel can't miss right now.
Dude,
Yeah.
I don't
Don't-
know.
I don't wanna
feel
say
like
that
Are
they're
you
adding-
concerned because of the
But if they
suit
do miss,
color?
I think it's going to be
No.
Ant-Man 2.
I just feel like they're
If there's
adding
like
in
a
like a
misstep, I think it's gonna
Superman
be Captain
character
Marvel.
into the Marvel universe.
Captain Marvel's not like a Superman at all.
She's
Pretty
very
similar
she's
powers.
very, she's
dude.
very Green Lantern.
she's super
anyway.
powerful. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know her exact powers. I know she can shoot like energy stuff. She can fly. I don't know how strong she is though, but she would definitely be the most powerful superhero in the entire
I don't know,
Avengers.
I just feel
if
like
she shows
they're,
up.
they're
Even if-
stepping in some pretty dangerous.
That's why I
territory.
think she's gonna
Scarlet
actually be the one to
What?
wield the
Is Captain
Infinity
Marvel
Gauntlet
stronger
at
than
the
Scarlet
end of
Witch?
4.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
Did you see the set photos of Samuel L. Jackson on set for
He looked-
Captain Marvel?
He
He's
was,
got
like, younger.
the
He's
three
got the
dots.
dots,
Yeah,
yeah.
I assume that's just to take out like some
Wrinkles.
wrinkles and stuff. But
Dude, I saw this picture of him, and I'm like, is that Samuel Jackson? He looks like really tall and really fat. I was
You
like,
know, he's-
like this weird angle. I was like, what the hell?
there were some crappy photos.
She's
I
still
have
wearing the
hope-
green suit in the photos, too.
it's the Marvel. It's
it's the
Marvel's
Kree
suit.
suit because she's originally
Marvel's
a Kree.
Kree.
Yeah,
She's
and then
I thought she stole the Kree suit.
No.
it looks like in this
Maybe.
one because Marvel is going to be in it. Jude Law is playing him, and I don't know. She's I think going to be because I'm not good with her origin. Like they work together for a while.
Yeah,
and then
there's a lot of
and then
different-
she takes up the mantle of Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel dies, and
Yeah.
she becomes Captain.
No, he's just Marvel. He's not even Captain Marvel.
Okay, well,
He's
Marvel
Marvel.
dies, and then she becomes Miss Marvel, and eventually transitions into Captain Marvel. Like that's
And she has
just
a lot of weird. Like she hears voices and stuff in her. Like she's like not sociopathic.
telepathic.
No, like schizophrenic.
really?
Before, yeah, and like she hears voices, and then like her powers really when she's Miss Marvel, like this really plays in. But I don't. It was like 2000, early 20.
Also, she's a
Yeah, I'm not really.
Also,
up
she's a
on it.
cap. She's an Air Force pilot, and she's a captain.
very
So that's-
Green Lantern
Esque,
esque
yeah.
vibes.
But I don't know. I'm hyped to see. I'm hyped to see
I
Captain
know, my
Marvel.
opinion means absolutely nothing.
I just love. I
I hear
really like Captain Marvel and
we were
Brie
so
Larson.
wrong
I
with our
feel
predictions
so-
that it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
No,
I was half right with the Gamora and the Soul Stone thing, but
You were pretty close. I'll definitely give it
My
to you.
Wakanda theory was just dumb.
what was your Wakanda theory?
That the vibranium
It made
was
sense
in,
though, because like
See,
it's
Nah,
kind
I
of
thought
dumb
you
that
thought it was the
vibranium's
Soul-
giving
no.
people superpowers now.
Well,
Yeah.
the Soul Stone would have made sense because like they have that
Would make more
afterworld and stuff like that,
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
the afterlife.
Listen, they should just hire me. I'll come over.
See, I think the colors
you
of the
check,
stones
Marvel?
aren't exactly right to the comics, correct?
No.
They should have made the Soul Stone purple, so that way you have like the afterlife, and then that would have been I think a fine way to do
Yeah, well,
it.
guess what? That's
But
not the way it is.
We got
So deal with it.
whatever it is with Red Skull, so I'm
You
fine.
fuck.
Fuck you,
Red Skull.
Red Skull.
Seriously though, I yelled like "What the fuck" in the theater,
Yeah, I
like
know.
really loud.
Like 2 times probably.
I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like,
Spider-Man. Oh no, Tony Stark dying, or getting stabbed at least, and
What, that I
Red
yelled?
Skull. Yeah, you could hear you. I was like a row and then like 10 seats away from you, and Eris and I were just like, "Oh God, Gooch."
It was there were children there.
There were children
Were
present.
there?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I don't.
I didn't
Yeah,
see any kids in
100%.
that movie.
everywhere.
Yeah, totally. No.
So
The kid
I
next to
mean,
me was like keeping me updated with the draft. He's like, "Yo, the Giants just." I was like, "Dude, the movie." Like,
did he actually?
Wait, did it?
yeah, he just kept like next to me. He's like, "Yo, the Giants just." I was like,
Oh,
"Dude,
yeah,
I don't even
well,
know
characters
you."
just died.
Some kid in front of me opened his phone, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah, for a minute,
I
that
was
was-
like, "Dude, turn your fucking phone off right
It was
now."
like full bright white.
Dude, I'm like,
screen,
"You're an
too. I'm
asshole."
Like, what are you doing?
I was
He
like, "I will
literally,
come down
like,
here and kill
seat
you."
next to me, like with his phone. He's like going like this. He's like, "Hey," I was like, "Dude, shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
I was like, "There's
There's shit going down
There's
right
an
now.
event
Yeah,
happening
like
in front of
I
our eyes.
whispered it. I wouldn't be loud, but I'm like, turn your fucking phone off. Like I said it. Like I don't know if you could hear me, but I said it. And I was like, oh my god.
The phone did go off soon, right?
Dude,
after
I was
that,
just
so
like,
don't
I
know
was
what
like,
we
come
can do.
on, dude. I was like,
No,
what the
it's,
hell?
or at least like there's a.
How are
there's
you
a
not into this?
Well, there's an invert color thing on your phone where you can make it fucking.
Movie theater problems.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Black.
dude.
Sorry,
it
I
was-
was trying to think of
you
the
know
word.
how you know that was a great movie? I didn't eat any of my candy I brought in.
no way,
I didn't
really.
eat one bite of it.
Well,
That's
dude,
never
I
happened
remember
before.
I just looked at my phone to check the time because I was just curious how deep we
Oh,
were. I was like,
I
I feel like we're just like halfway into this or not even, and we're an hour and a half in. I'm like, what
Yeah,
the fuck?
I found myself checking my phone and being like, all right, we're an hour and a half in. We still have
What?
another
Yeah,
hour. Yes.
exactly. That's it. That's exactly it. Like
I did that once. It was like 45 minutes in. I was like, oh my god, we're only 45 minutes in. Oh my god, we've still got almost 2 hours left.
Yeah.
Mine was at the hour and a half mark. I was like, oh, we're already through an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But
This movie was awesome.
it was.
Like we'll get to the wrap ups. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. that we're all
Unanimous.
fucking
I can't wait to see it again. I just want to.
Yeah, dude, I want to watch
wait
it
a little
again.
I'm seeing it tonight.
You're just all
regret it.
pumped now again, yeah.
I regret it.
Because you're gonna fall asleep.
I'm
I mean, but you've already seen it, so.
gonna take a nap when I get home, so I'm like.
You think you're gonna fall asleep, but then you're gonna be there and you're like,
I would be like, God.
And you're just gonna be like, you're gonna wait, and you're gonna. Oh, I hit the mic. You're gonna turn, and like when the red skull comes out, you're gonna be like, what's everyone thinking? And everyone freaks out.
And you'll be like, Hell Hydra!
I'm gonna be sitting there, and it's like, oh, who is that? It's Red Skull.
It'll
Moron!
be cool watching it, like going again within the next few weeks, because we went to go see it opening night. So I feel like the people that went to go see it opening night were people that were really
Oh,
into
totally.
it.
comic books and
What if
stuff.
Yeah.
Red
And I feel like seeing it now over the next few weeks, you're with more casual people, so I feel like you
100%.
can get a
And they're
better
like,
reaction.
who's that? Like, so-
Red Skull.
Yeah, red.
He comes out and is like, so do you guys know how World War II ended
What's
up,
his name
by the
again?
way?" Like,
Thanos.
Thanonas. Thanos the Titan. On that note, guys, I think that basically wraps us up, right? Anything else we want to add in?
I'm good.
How do you guys feel about like the reviews that this movie's getting? The fact
Like
that
the masterpiece
the-
reviews?
no,
D-
Like,
they're
some
DC
people are
fans.
saying that like it's getting bashed by some critics because they're saying it's not a standalone movie.
I mean, it's a culmination of 10 years of.
Yeah, what do you
I
expect?
do
I know.
think-
I
films.
think it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's what it is.
I would be
But at the
we've
curious
never
same
had a
time,
movie
you have
like
more
this.
like, for instance, my dad went to go see it this weekend. He's
Yeah,
a big
so
comic
did
book
you talk
fan.
to your dad?
My dad hated it.
No way!
Yeah,
Mr. Barbera, what the
Why?
fuck?
he was pissed off at the end. He was pissed off at the ending.
See, like, that's what we
I
wanted.
can see that.
no, I could
Because
like
he
that-
wasn't
I could
like
see a lot of
he-
people
He
like, it
read
could be
comic
divisive.
books, but he didn't read like Infinity Wars or Infinity
Yeah.
Gauntlet, for instance. He didn't like it. He was
Okay.
like he's like just left. Now you have to wait another year for another movie to come out.
Yeah.
Well, dude, that's.
He didn't like how the way.
And they're not going to be at Comic-Con. They're not going to talk about shit.
Well, they're going to let Ant-Man breathe and then...
Yeah,
they
and
got
then Captain Marvel will be too far off that they won't
Exactly.
be talking about it. And there's no Hall H panel. They're just going to be quiet. I'm like,
This
that's
is for
the way
the
it should
first
be.
time in 10 years, right?
For a while.
But that's
yeah.
the way it should be, man. They shouldn't be like off, like super promoting all the shit.
One
They
thing
should
I
just
do
keep
want to
quiet.
see after this from Marvel, I will say, is I want to see them branch off from the non-linear stuff. Like, I want to see
Squirrel
some...
Girl.
No. I'm not even saying, like, do, like, these B-list characters. I'm saying do, like, DC has, do Elseworld stories. Do things that aren't in the continuity
Do something
of the
where they
regular-
go to like another multiverse.
a
yeah.
multiverse type thing. Go a little more
Thanks.
off the beaten path. I don't need all these movies. Not
Think
that
we're
that's
gonna get a
great.
Spider-Verse movie?
See, I don't like. Dude, Garfield shows up. Fucking Tobey Maguire's like, "Hey guys," and then he does his like little thing with his foot
He goes-
there, and then
Like,
he
goes-
that would
he goes-
be insane.
Ready? Pizza time. Pizza time.
But I'm like, I just want to see more. What's the word?
Jesus Christ.
Guardians, like, not even Guardians, like, just totally separate. They don't have anything to do with the regular continuity.
Canon, it's
I
just-
think
it's just
people
a
can handle
story.
it. Yeah,
I don't think they're gonna do that.
they should though.
It's-
They could
What
make.
are they gonna do about like marketing and stuff
For what?
for the next movie?
Hey,
They can't show anything at all.
if spoilers are in it, man, honestly, at that point, if you haven't fucking seen
Yeah, I was
Infinity
about to
War,
say, yeah,
tough
that's on
fucking
you. I
luck.
think at
I
that
know, but I'm
point.
saying like
Suck
they're
my
trying
dick.
the greatness of that ending was no one has any idea what the hell is gonna happen next movie.
No.
Yeah. It's you know.
If they
it's
say
true.
anything at all, I feel like it's gonna be.
And the
Right,
question
where
is,
they're
what
going.
will Captain Marvel's like? How will that tee up the next movie? And will the end credit scene for it be her? Maybe I don't know, like getting the call. Like
I think
what
that's
feel
gonna
like-
be- that's
or that
what
would be
I-
the end of the movie.
I think
in her
that's the
new
end
suit.
credit scene. Yeah, yeah.
And she's like fucking flying.
I think she's
there.
gonna have that red and blue suit by the end of the
Oh,
Yeah,
movie.
100%.
Easy
yeah.
With the
Uh,
sash. I want the sash.
I'm curious. I'm excited. That's
Yeah,
good
no, that's
time
it.
to be a comic book fan.
It really is.
It's a good time to be alive.
It really
In
is.
general.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us for this fine Infinity War review. You can find us on Facebook.com/the Delco Network. If you're already here, thank you so much. Instagram and the Twitters at the Delco Nerds. YouTube.com/the Delco Network. For Alex, for Bill, for Gooch. I've been Trio, guys. Thank you for watching, and stay nerdy.